Hey everyone, if you're on the fence about switching your pool to a salt system, I get it feels like a big leap. You don't want to drop hundreds on something that ends up being more hassle than it's worth or doesn't even fit your pool size. Maybe you've heard salt systems are gentler on skin and clothes but worry about the upfront cost or whether it'll actually work with your setup. I've looked into how these systems really perform day to day, and the Pureline Crystal Pure Salt System, PL7700, is one worth considering if you have a pool up to 40,000 gallons. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, this isn't one of those systems that sounds great on paper but turns into a weekend project to install. The PL7700 comes with the control panel and salt cell pre-assembled, so you're not piecing together parts or deciphering confusing manuals. The control panel is straightforward big digital display, simple buttons, and it shows you exactly what's happening with your chlorine levels and system status. That matters because once it's set up, you don't want to be guessing if it's working right or constantly tweaking settings. For homeowners who want a no-fuss upgrade, that's a real advantage. Now, the main selling point of any salt system is that it turns salt into chlorine automatically, so you're not buying and storing chlorine bottles every few weeks. But not all systems do this smoothly. The Pureline Crystal Pure does it gently, which means less harshness on your skin and swimsuits compared to traditional chlorine. If you've ever gotten red eyes or itchy skin from pool water, switching to a salt system like this could make a noticeable difference. It's not magic, you still need to keep the salt level balanced and run the pump long enough each day, but the system handles the chlorine production for you, which saves time and reduces the hassle of manual dosing. Where this system really shines is for mid-sized pools up to 40,000 gallons. If your pool is smaller, you might be better off with a less expensive model, and if it's larger, you'd need something with higher output. But for the average in-ground pool, this one fits well. The max chlorine production is 2.1 pounds per day, which is enough for daily sanitation without overworking the system. That means it can keep up with normal use, even if you have a few extra swimmers over the weekend. I've seen systems that can't maintain chlorine levels during peak use, so this is a practical strength worth noting. That said, there are a couple of things to keep in mind before you buy. Salt systems require you to add pool-grade salt regularly, and the initial fill-up can be a bit of an investment depending on your pool size. You also need to make sure your pool's plumbing and pump are compatible. This system isn't a drop-in for every setup, especially if you have an older or unusual configuration. And while the system is designed to be low maintenance, you'll still need to clean the salt cell every few months to prevent buildup. If you're not comfortable doing basic pool maintenance, you might want to factor in the cost of a pool service visit once or twice a year. Who should buy this? If you're tired of handling chlorine chemicals, want softer feeling water, and have a pool up to 40,000 gallons, this system is a solid choice. It's especially good for families or anyone who swims frequently and wants consistent water quality without constant monitoring. On the flip side, if you have a very small pool or a high-end system already, you might not need this level of output. And if you're not ready to commit to adding salt regularly or cleaning the cell, it's better to stick with traditional chlorine for now. Overall, the Pureline Crystal Pure Salt System PL7700 delivers on its promise of automatic chlorine generation with minimal fuss. It's not the cheapest option up front, but over time, the savings on chlorine and the convenience can make it worth it. Just be sure your pool setup matches what this system needs, and you'll get reliable performance without the daily grind of chemical handling. If you want to see the latest price and details, check the link in the description.